You hear that? Oh. Oh yeah. Look at that, baby. Look at that, baby. Woo! Barbecue and some fried rice, that is what I'm feeling right now. It is Friday night and I want something I haven't had in a while. And not fried rice, just regular rice, because the rice, it's not overnight, and the best rice with fried rice is rice that's already been made. So we're just gonna have regular rice with some barbecue sauce. And I was thinking of doing some little saute onion with mushrooms on the side. I'm thinking about it, but we're about to head to the grocery store to get just chicken and just chicken. That's just chicken and barbecue sauce, because we do have a little bit left, but I want to get something a little different. Let's go. Mushrooms and fajita blend secure. Now time for a chicken. So I tend to go for the chicken breast tenders, just because A, good price, but most importantly, it comes with a hefty amount. All right, didn't have the barbecue sauce I wanted, which is okay. So we're just gonna use regular one I have at home. But right now, actually, we're gonna go for some eggs, and then we're out of here. Damn. Some butter as well, and we're all set.
$3.49. 8. 4.
All set. Cooking time, baby. All right, and then get going. I got my water in here already and ready to boil, because I'm not gonna lie, we're gonna make a lot of rice, we're gonna make a lot of chicken, and I wanna use every container that's up there. So I don't know how many servings. I just wanna make this whole thing with 2 cups of rice, and then I'll calculate afterwards. Intuition? Yeah. Let's go. I just found this new knife, and ooh, it's gonna get spooky in here. 2 cups of white rice dry, 96 grams of carbs, 0 fat, 8 protein, 427 in calories. Sorry, I had a call from the moms. I had to answer. You know, we talked for a little bit. In the meantime, the rice is basically at the point where I want it to. Now it's just a matter of letting it soak in the rest of the water. We're about to season the chicken. I did season the rice with a little bit of salt and a little bit of garlic salt. Yes, people, I don't know how many times I have to say this, man. Season your food, man. I get it when you're, let's say you're 2 weeks and 3 weeks, 4 weeks out of your prep, and it's time to lock shit down. But can we be honest with each other? Most of you aren't prepping. Most of you just want to be healthy, you just want to look good. Bro, so season your damn food. Like, come on, bro. Season your food, bro. Now we're just gonna mix it all together. One cup of mushrooms, 22 calories, 3 net carbs, 2 protein. Half a pack of fajita blend, 160 calories, 16 grams of protein, 32 carbs. Surprising. Our rice is basically ready. Nice soft texture that I like. Delicious. This will give it a little bit more, as we still want it to, you know, get a little crisp. Not crisp, but I just want to see some color change. And then chicken, we're gonna flip it around, and let's see what this side, what's the other side look like. Stop and Shop didn't have this barbecue sauce I was looking for. We're just gonna use regular honey barbecue sauce, and we're just gonna come in here. I'm not gonna measure it and just go around. I know usually I would say measure your condiments, but this is literally on low, and I'm going to get only like a little bit out of it. So whatever I can get, it's probably gonna be less than like a tablespoon or 2. Now, Just shake everything together. You hear that? Oh! And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Barbecue chicken. Well, my version. Simple, easy, straight to the point. And literally, you're done. Now, you do not want to overcook it because your barbecue will harden. You want to have barbecue chicken. You have chicken and something that tastes like burnt molasses. So, be careful. This is it. We're done. Off the stove. Now, let's portion everything out. I'm not gonna lie to you, this is a big meal. It's 2,500 calories. Look, ready? I ain't lying to you. 24 something, but I rounded 25. Right? So let's say if we do 2,469 divided by 7, which is the amount of servings we have, that's 352 calories per meal. Let's say if we do 171 divided by 7, that's 24 grams of carbs per meal. 36, which is the fat, divided by 7. 5 fat per meal. 344 grams of protein, because I did use a lot of protein, divided by 7. 49 grams of protein. 2 pounds of chicken, 2 cups of rice, some veggies, and that's what you get. A 352 cal meal, I'm talking about one container, with 50 grams of protein. And basically that's for the entire week. So 2,000 calories, 300 grams of protein, 350 grams of protein plus, and that's a way of getting your protein in without necessarily having to worry about it. Do it in bulk and then break it down by just separating it into different containers, but get the overall macros of what you actually did and just divide it by set containers. Easiest way to portion control, easiest way to make delicious meals that you can actually find ways to fit, well, into your goals. Oh yeah. Look at that, baby. Look at that, baby. Woo! I'm about to eat and go to bed and play some hoops tomorrow. Let's go.
You know, it's crazy Karl gets to go cook the Arsenal.
Man, I wish I recorded the first few games, bro. I promise you, first 3 games I was cooking. But the last 3, my legs got tired, so I started facilitating. I didn't really want to shoot. I had no legs. Everything was air balls, and it wasn't looking pretty. And this was like our last game. We went 6 in a row, and literally all the teammates were just going off. And I had to put them in a spotlight. They killed it. They carried this game. All I did was just, score up 1 point here and there. Was important just facilitate and put them in the best position to be able to hit their shots. And that boy right there is a burner. That man could not miss. Like, whenever he shoots, that shit, like, he's 80%. Like, it's the craziest shit I've ever seen. Usually, you gotta double team sometimes. Oh, he was wide open right there in the 3. I didn't even see that, but we still got in the inside. My man got a nice fade. And the biggest thing is, for me, whenever I'm not, like, playing my best on offense, that's when you gotta do your best on defense and just being the best teammate that you can be. Because, like, one thing about sports, right, that we don't talk about a lot, is sports teaches you collaboration. What I mean by that, it's sometimes you gotta be willing to take a step back so you can move 10 forward as a team. Sometimes you gotta be able to put your heads together to come to a solution. And one thing that I'm very grateful for is being able to play sports at the age I'm at now, being able to move. If you guys don't know, I used to play basketball in college, but I tore my ACL twice, so we all know where that goes. Once you tear that shit twice in the same knee, you tend to say, all right, let's stick to the books, which is what we did. But overall, playing sports all my life has brought me so many lessons, and that's a foul right there. And you may be like, that's not a foul, I hit my left arm, I would have finished that. We got a left over here. We have a left over here. Alright? But what I was trying to say is, overall, sports, what it does is, it just reinforces good habits that you can utilize in the real world, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Fader, short-armed it, a little bit more would have been it. But yeah, it just gives you real life tools that you can carry on to real life, like collaboration, like leadership, like being able to understand your role, your position. Because sometimes being able to understand your role and position can put you in a position to where you do accomplish your health goals, to where you do accomplish your financial goals. And what I mean by that is, there's nothing wrong with being a number 2 and still making millions as a number 2. You don't always have to be number 1 to make millions, right? And it's kind of like sports. Sometimes you don't need to be number 1. Dimer, being Luke over here, you know how to power through. I was like, all right, let me get a bucket real quick so I don't look sad. But yeah, like sometimes you don't have to be number 1. Sometimes you could be a good ass number 2, and that could bring value to your team, to people around you. Look at, let's say, Luka and LeBron right now. LeBron's taking a number 2 role, and whenever he needs to step up, he steps up. Look at OKC Thunder. They have a number 2, and whenever he needs to step up, he steps up. Everybody needs a number 2. Jordan needed a number 2. Kobe had a number 2. Shaq had a number 2. And you might be like, wait, weren't those the same? No. Shaq, number 2 was Kobe. Kobe's number 2 was Paul Gasol. And you can argue maybe Derek Fisher. You can argue Ron Artest. You can argue any of those names. But like I said, it's a team and everybody know how to play their role. And when you know how to fit that role, categorize that role, that's when you can really take things to the next level. But let me stop talking. Let me let you guys enjoy the rest of this game. I'll catch you guys towards the end because I'm talking too much. Damn. Look, it wasn't the best game, but we got the dub. We won 6 in a row that day, and bro, we kicked their ass. I'm not gonna lie. And if they see this, we kick your ass. And we're gonna do it again next Saturday. Probably different teams though, but whatever team I'm on, that's the winning team always. But no, with that being said, guys, you know, everything I show you guys is just showing you my day to day, what keeps me active, what keeps me going, most importantly, what keeps the fuel to the fire. You know, people always ask me how you always stay energized, because I do things that keep me energized. I do things that make me feel alive. I do things that make me feel like I'm thriving, like I'm growing, not things that make me feel like I'm stagnant. So as long as you keep doing things that make you feel like you're growing and thriving, you're always going to grow, because at the end of the day, that's what you're leading towards. That's what you're really like obsessing over. When you're obsessing over it, you make your day-to-day, you make your lifestyle, that's when growth really comes. As well as for me, like I'm just trying to get back into tip-top physical shape to where I can run again, I can jump again, I can do everything that I want with no limitations. And I'm practically there. I'm not gonna lie. And then from there on, it's just a matter of doubling down and making sure that I stay injury-free. But with that being said, hope you guys have a great day. Have a blessed one. I'm about to hit the gym today. I'm about to hit some legs. It's currently around like 12. We got a few things on for the day, but the gym is now. It's time. Catch you soon.